Escape room workers of Reddit, what's the most absurd thing players have done? So this isn't necessarily absurd on the player's side, but instead from the game master. One time our players were doing the bank heist theme, done in the dark and you have headlamps, and about 4 puzzles and one of my employees realized they had an item in their pockets still. So we brain blasted for a couple minutes and decided the best course of action was to pretend the employee was a security guard and walk around the bank. So we went over the room intercom and warned them to hide cause it looked like the security guard was coming to them. Seeing all of the players hide in complete fear was priceless. One guy wasn't even hiding, he was just sprawled up against the wall. Our security guard walked around, said HMMPH everything seems good and placed the item down on the desk. It was legendary that they didn't suspect anything. I did an escape room with my family and the workers have to tell you not to lick the light bulb. This is because some guy thought if he licked the light bulb the answer would be revealed on the light bulb. The only answer he found was light bulbs are hot and can burn you. Attended a Saw series themed escape room with my so and some randoms since the room required 4 to 6. We get locked in to start, chained to fixtures like the dark room scene from the movie, lights are off. As soon as the thing starts one of the randos says, "I have a gun in case we need to shoot someone." I thought he was joking. We all did. Eventually the lights turn on and he pulls out a real gun and sits it in the sink and says, "I'm leaving the gun in the sink in case something happens to me. It's for everyone." Not sure if this counts. I did an escape room with a group of friends. At the end, you found a flash drive which was supposed to be plugged into a computer. We opened the document and there were instructions to print. We got print, and the printer gave us an out of ink error. We assumed this was part of the game and started looking for a magenta cartridge. Then an employee slipped in the room, replaced the cartridge, and told us to hit print again. Apparently it was not part of the game. They just ran out of ink. I can't imagine building an escape room and thinking, oh, you know what's dependable and works all the time that we should allow the general public to touch? Printers. Nothing ever goes wrong with those. One of the greatest mysteries that regularly haunts my thoughts is how we haven't figured out how to make a decent fucking reliable printer yet. I proudly haven't owned a printer in 10+ years. I either just didn't need one, or I could just print at work where it was someone else's problem. With work from home and selling off crap I don't need on eBay, I really needed a printer again. Bought a Brother Laser, the supposed pinnacle of reliability and efficiency. I spent hours the other day trying to get it to print, trying to manually clear frozen print jobs from the Windows printer spooler, restarting everything, even my router. Finally had to totally remove the printer from Windows and reinstall it again. What the fuck have they been doing in printer development world for the past 10 years? I went to one where there were 3 identical rooms which teams competed in at the same time. If you finished you then got to watch and listen to the other teams. Our team did pretty well and we got to watch the other 2 teams try to complete it. Anyway, there was this one lock which was a number combination and you solved it by finding some sheet music in a book, with 5 notes on it, which corresponded to numbers. The piece was entitled The Key or something similar, so you knew you needed it for the lock. Anyway, this other team, instead of converting to numbers and putting in the combination, chanted this 5-note tune at the lock. When it did not work they tried again, then someone else tried. This went on for 10 minutes and got louder and louder. Eventually the game master stepped in and told them it was not going to work. Apparently they were the only team ever to do that. I once had a group of drunk guys go in and they ran through their allotted hints pretty quickly. They asked for another hint and we said over the speakers that they were out of hints. One of the guys threatened to start taking off his clothes until we gave another hint. Edit, for everyone asking, we didn't even have to give him the extra hint. His friends chilled him out and ended up finding the next clue pretty shortly after that. Every time I've gone to an escape room they've asked us how detailed and / or frequent do they want us to get hints, but never said that there's a limit on hints. My assumption would be that if some people need more hints than others, then fine. Only problem comes if it's the sort of place where they offer free shit for fast times. In which case there can be conflicts with how many hints a team might want compared to what can be given. My buddy guessed a locks combo which gave us the final clue, but we had not found the other ones. We ending up solving the room backwards. When the room administrator came in, she had nothing else to say but, "What the fuck did you guys do?" We did the first portion of an escape room without completing one vital puzzle, which was finding the cables needed to turn the lights back on. One of them was hiding in a cereal box we hadn't checked. There were like 20 to 30 empty cereal boxes in the room. Not terribly ridiculous, but me and the husband love them and wanted to share our love of them with our family. When we got out of the escape room, the super amazing nuclear explosion room in Chattanooga, Tennessee, the room operator was cracking up laughing. I guess at one point, in order to get keys or clues, my overenthusiastic husband had picked up my 8-year-old nephew by the ankles upside down and was shoving him in barrels. I had no idea he was doing this, but the operator was dying.